Hello, I'm Jan Mulvey and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Okay, then let's come on to Liverpool Southampton. Those of you who joining us from YouTube, we say this every week. That obviously we film this on a Tuesday night, so things happen between now and the game that you will know about that we don't. Slightly more so this week, given that we've got a whole fucking Premier League game being Spurs between now and then. So we'll try to sort of tiptoe around the subjects there and try to be as non-specific as possible.
Wasn't it great to see Suarez get a hat?
Wasn't it good? Wasn't it bad? Wasn't it? Yeah, yes, basically. Chris, it's inevitable though that we've got Southampton at Anfield at the weekend. The midweek fixture is going to have an impact on this game.
Definitely. We all know our squad's small, especially going forwards. I hope that he changed it around a little bit against Tottenham to maybe... I was kind of hoping that Suso and Cole might start, believe it or not. Just that we can get Sterling and Rickie back in for the Tottenham game. Just because I think we need a little bit... For Southampton game. I think we just need a little bit of sort of revitalising up front and just moving it around a little bit, and I think he's trying to do it, and I do think he will do it, but yeah, it's going to play havoc with us, you know. Because
we seem to have pretty much a first 11 at the minute. Now it's altered slightly here and there thanks to injuries and what have you, but at the minute the forward three looks like Enrique, Suarez and Sterling. Now the point is that that's fine, but can you expect them to play 2 games in 4 days and still remain at the peak of their powers? Probably not.
No, but everyone's got a midweek fixture. This argument would be more pertinent if we were playing a Europa League game and we were playing Southampton on the weekend. Southampton are playing tomorrow night.
Maybe, but then you've still got the Europa League the week before, so we've gone.
Oh, I know we've played more. Look, we've painted ourselves into this corner by being successful and wanting to play in Europe. It's what we've got. We've got to live with it. I think Tottenham away, tough game. Do we write it off? Do we accept that actually we always knew this first season of Rodgers? So let's start. Let's start with Cole and Downing and Henderson, and let's go. We're not going to get anything from Tottenham, but we'll go and smash Southampton. Which that sounded a little bit like that to me.
And the way I was saying it was just so we get Enrique back at left back. To be honest,
that
was why I
the thing is though, it's easy enough saying I agree with that. If we were playing in the Europa League or if we were in the Champions League, you know, we'd be playing and Southampton wouldn't have been playing midweek. Yeah, we're both playing midweek, but we can afford to take the Europa League more lightly. We can afford to rotate players. As mentioned, you know, you're playing Angie the other week, you've got Conor Cody playing midfield, you've got a team of kids essentially, whereas against Spurs we can't afford, I don't think, but I think we've got to put 2 strong sides out.
But whoever Southampton are playing tonight, or whoever Southampton are playing Wednesday night, they can't afford to not take that seriously.
But what I mean is maybe there's a difference in weight of expectation between the 2 clubs. Liverpool have to be expected to go out and try.
Southampton will be at home. Southampton will be at home at Wednesday. I wish I knew who they were playing, but Southampton are going to be at home. They possibly will field a weakened team against us because they're going to Anfield on Saturday, because their home game. If you look at the form table that we just had, look at that in the middle there. Southampton are 11th. Away from home
prior to midweek.
Yeah, they've lost 5 in a row and won 1 away, and that was at QPR.
Yeah,
they've lost 5 away from home, whereas at home they're actually quite they're all right, because that's why they're mid of the form thing. Yeah. So actually, you can be positive or negative. Look, we're going to have to play 2 games in 4 games in 10 days, or however it worked out. We're going away to Tottenham. That's a very tough game. I hope we field as best a side as we can, so that we can compete for it.
Yeah.
And think Southampton are going to be thinking that they've got to win or at least pick up a point at home for their one. And let's start thinking a bit positive. Yeah, okay, we ain't got the best players in the league. Got better players than Southampton.
Yeah.
At home, we should be going for it no matter what. And maybe even I'd fancy Joe Cole. In the reverse, I'd rather have Joe Cole playing in the home game against Southampton because
Well,
it should be beating Southampton than going to Tottenham and lying down.
Yeah,
and
but
saying,
this is the problem, isn't it? Is that we had this a few weeks ago when we had Sean Rodgers on the show. Is that it was before Wigan? It was. The idea is you should be, when you're playing a weaker side, and I hate using that because it's basically it's like jinxing yourself, isn't it, to a certain extent. You should be allowed, well, this gives us opportunities to try some other players out. Or do you think, no, actually, this is the game that we need, we have to beat Southampton, so we need to make sure that we've got our fucking 11 best players on the pitch and in the best possible condition they are. So Joe Cole, as Chris says, it probably makes sense to try and almost experiment a little bit with Spurs, but say, no, when Saturday comes, it's definitely Enrique, Sterling, Suarez, it's definitely Gerrard and Allen plus one other, and then you try to have as much of your settle back forward in there as possible. So that's definitely the argument. We'll have a line of prediction in a minute anyway. Southampton, just on a lighter note, I'm just so happy to have Southampton back in the Premier League. It's one of those clubs, and I think it's relative to how old you are, of course, because you've got I think it's a childhood thing.
They were always around.
They were always in the Matt Le Tissier era.
You were such a neutral because of Matt Le Tissier, Robbie. There was such a neutral side. They always had a few players there that you'd always got quite interested. Bruce Rablar playing there the
kind of the Wigan of now. The way they always got out of it. They played nice football. They punched above the weight, but always, until they went down, always got out of it perpetually, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then you had someone in Tissier's genius, lighting up the league at that time. Come on, they beat Man United a few times and he chipped Schmeichel in the same game twice. How can you not like Tessier and Southampton?
And they were
Shearer was the one did he play for Southampton?
Yeah, he started off.
Didn't he? He was the reason I started liking him when he was a fucking kid, wasn't he? Banging goals.
In fact, they were the team that played United when they had those god awful grey kits and Fergie playing the crowd because they were blending into the crowd. Like, I'm sure the people at Umbro were fucking delighted to know that at the time. Like, you know what I mean? Yes, thank you very much.
I remember you saying on the air you wrote Southampton memories, and instantly, can you remember Beresford, the keeper, fucking up and kicking it to John Barnes, and he slipped on his arse?
That was
Besant, sorry, not Beresford.
Yeah, the fucking most. The stuff about David James got that reputation for being a dodgy keeper, whereas Dave Besant was the original erratic goalkeeper. Like, he was the guy who broke his foot. Because this is a true story. He was making a salad and he had this big glass salad bowl and he opened the cupboard and the salad just fell out, and in his words were, instinctively as a goalkeeper I go to catch it, but I had this salad bowl, so my backup thought was to try and control it with my foot. Broken.
Not too far away from Stensgaard and the Iron though.
Mate, fucking absolutely brilliant.
Kirkland did it, didn't he? Kirkland did a keepy up with a fucking aftershave bottle and broke his foot.
Divvy basically, like, you know what I mean?
What we've learned from that
not the cleverest, are they?
That bright.
We're not that bright. Now, looking to Southampton this season, they've obviously got a few dangerous players. Now, I've not watched a lot of them, basically because Liverpool haven't been exactly in scintillating form this season, which means I've not watched that much match of the day. But I made a point of watching it, yeah. They played Newcastle at the weekend and were absolutely fucking amazing by all accounts. They absolutely take Newcastle everywhere, basically. And looking at that forward lineup, I mean, Rickie Lambert, there's a striker like that every season that comes up. They come up from the Championship and they carry the Championship form through. Sadly, it was Andy Carroll the other year. We ended up fucking buying him for £35 million. But no, Rickie Lambert, I was watching and my initial thought on seeing him at the start of the season was he was a bit of a dog. And he's quite a big lad. But he's quite a big lad. He didn't look. I thought, he's just one of them. He's very much a Championship centre forward. But I watched it the weekend. My God, he's brilliant. He's got a great shot on him. He actually he drops off the front as well. And I thought he'd be very much leading the line. That's all he'd do. But he drops off and he looks to pick pass up. And him and Gaston Ramirez look like a really good little partnership up front. I had a quick look at some Rickie Lambert stats. He's scored 5 goals so far. This is league stats, I should say. 5 goals so far. He's got 3 assists. He's got a shooting accuracy of 54%, chance conversion 18%, clear cut chance conversion of 67%, which is amazing because we were talking about sort of 50% being good. The qualification to that though is he's only had 3 clear cut chances. And therefore, you know, it's basically he's scored 2 and missed 1. So he's got 76.
His actual chance conversion is 18%, which is still pretty high. Like,
just to point that the clear cut chance conversion into context, Suarez is 50%, but he's had 12 clear cut chances. He's missed 6 and scored from 6 essentially.
I think there's another one that he's actually created 27 chances this season for teammates and stuff, which says that he drops off a lot and gets involved, which is exactly what you're saying there.
He's not Matt Letizia. I watched the Soccer Saturday, and Letizia obviously Southampton through and through talked about him. He's not Grant Holt, who's the player you were talking going all the way back to Marcus.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
You've got Marcus Stewart, and then you've got Phillips, and they've all come through. Grant Holt was last year's one, who was like, he's just a big yard horse, isn't he? And he gets the goals and stuff, but he's that type of player. He's quite like Letizia, and he can play off of someone. He's good with both feet. He can shoot. He's a scouser, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who does he support? Do you know?
I'm gonna guess Kirby Town. Because
it's worrying, because they always seem to do well against us if they are, you know, the one those stories of former. He's gone through all the leagues, hasn't he? I like him. I think he's a good footballer. I've seen him a few times. He hasn't been. He got dropped as well because they bought Ramirez and Rodriguez from Burnley, and they tried something different. And he came on at City and just went, I should have been playing, and scored. No, they were unlucky to get beat at City, and City were lucky to get that. And you thought, actually, this Lambert's got something about him. He's got that arrogance. He's more arrogant than someone playing for Southampton who's that age to get a first Premiership experience.
Well, that's it. He's like 30 years old, and as you say, he's come up through the leagues. He signed for Southampton. They were in League One.
Yeah.
He was actually the Football League Championship Player of the Year last year as well. He scored. Cursory glance at the stats. He scored 27 league goals last year, which again feeds into that notion of, you know, carrying the form through.
They play that type of football though, don't they? Southampton, you know, he's a new progressive manager, and they play in that total football style. And he's getting lambasted a little for not accommodating, not changing in the Premier League and being
It's funny, isn't it? We've seen time and time again clubs. West Brom were famous for it. Crystal Palace used to do it all the time as well. Come up, blitz a league and come up and try and play this attacking footy, Chris, and then just be accused of massive naivety. But again, just watching the weekend, Gaston, Ramirez, Rickie, Lambert, Lallana, and like Rodriguez come on as well. Pacey, attacking, loads of movements as well. They actually look like they have the ability to hurt teams no matter.
That Lallana's a class act. He's got 4 assists for them. Like he's a class act. He's got a couple of goals and 4 assists. Ramirez 2 goals, 2 assists as well. But they've got 5 players on 2 goals.
Yeah.
Has Liverpool got that many on 2 goals? They've got 10 players who've scored for them this season. Have Liverpool? I very much doubt it. Like.
Yeah, very much doubt it. Unless we count like the Messis. In the under-21 league, we look quite good. One last thing, Rickie Lambert. He scored 93 goals in 171 games for Southampton, which is pretty fucking impressive. Like 1.8.
That's like for Benitez.
And it just. He's also an expert penalty taker. He scored 26 of his 26 penalties for Southampton.
Brilliant.
Whoa, you kidding?
No.
Has that ever been done before?
Matt Letizia, I think he scored 45 or 46.
Yeah, he missed one and it was like his 44th or his 43rd.
Fuck yeah. I know, he's not bad. Like, but yeah, looking to Gaston Ramirez. Obviously he's been injured, hasn't he? But he scored one, or set up one and then scored one, didn't he, at the weekend? It's funny because this was an ongoing thing. It was the ongoing transfer saga that never was, as his agent basically desperately tried to drum up interest and pretend that Liverpool were interested when they never were. The problem is when you're watching him play behind Rickie Lambert and you're watching the Newcastle game, you think, fucking hell, he's exactly what Liverpool are lacking at the minute. You know what I mean? Someone to play off the striker who gets into the box. He's good with both feet, left footed, takes free kicks as well, which is always nice. He looks a smashing player. Now, of course, they've He's like their, to use an Aubrey favourite expression, is their marquee signing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Be very interesting to know how he fares this season, and whether whether we maybe are interested in him come the summer.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Is this a case of an agent actually not being nefarious, and the agent was like, he's good, he actually could have been really good for you, Liverpool, you should be interested, it's not just all about the money. He's their biggest ever signing, isn't he? 12 million. He was linked to death with us, the logical thing being because he's Uruguayan, and I think we did send scouts out under Kamoli Dalglish, but we weren't them anymore. I haven't really seen enough of him, but everything I have seen of him, which was the Olympics and the occasional bit of Southampton this year, he's looked alright, he looks good. Unfortunately, what you've just said is, there's a lot of players in the league who you watch and go, that's exactly what we need. Basically, we need some sort of attacking prowess.
Well, as we discussed on part 1 of the subscriber show, we don't have anyone to play in the attacking midfield position at all, apparently. So yes, basically, if someone can do it and score a couple of goals.
Anyone who's doing alright, or when you look at anyone who's doing goals, or even coming in off a wing but getting the goals, you go, your interests.
We are casting salacious glances across the league at the moment.
See, I don't think Rodgers was ever interested. I don't think we should talk about him as much as we do.
No.
To be honest with you.
Fuck you.
So there we go then.
Move on.
Editorial decision made.
Right, something I hinted at again in part 1 of the subscriber show. Once we finish with this, actually, if you want to continue watching, we're going to be talking about Edinson Cavani and this cycle of transfer bullshit, as well as our unstoppable under 21s. That's on the redmentv.com. But before we get to that, we've had some concerns that Stewart Downing's not really cutting it at Liverpool. He played left back against Swansea, perhaps he even played left back against Spurs. But Stewart Downing is better at left back than Ashley Cole. You laugh.
I do.
And rightly so. No, we have some statistics to back that up. Comparing Stewart Downing's performance against Swansea City with Ashley Cole's performance against Man City last weekend. Both contested 3 ground.
Hang on, could you just tell us who they're both against again? Downing against
Swansea.
Ashley Cole against
Man City. Shh.
It's not really a level playing field, is it, to be honest?
It is. Listen, because Stewart Downing only played 77 minutes and Ashley Cole played the full 90. Allow me to continue. They both had 3 ground 50-50s with a 33% win percentage of it. Yes. Aerial 50-50s too. Stewart Downing. Both had 50%. 50%. Yeah. Tackle success. Stewart Downing 100%, Ashley Cole 0% because he didn't do it, the tackle. Open play pass completion, Stewart Downing 93%, Ashley Cole only 90. Yeah. Attacking zone pass completion, Stewart Downing 85%, Ashley Cole a measly 75%. Yeah. And final third pass completion 88% compared to a pathetic 75% for the England and European Cup holding left back. Yes, so there you go, conclusive proof that stats can be massaged in any way you want to prove anything you want.
I hope several Premier League and possibly Championship scouts watch this show and are suckered in by your canny ploy to potentially get us £5 million on our investment.
I'd take one, lad.
Did you hear the rumour he was going back to Middlesbrough on the loan?
Well, we've heard there's a few Stewart Downing rumours which you're going to discuss and continue to discuss on the subscriber show. Do tune in for that. But there you go.
I do love that. Were they doctored in any way, shape or form? Or were they genuine stats?
They're genuine stats. They are genuine stats.
Have you compared them over a bigger sort of pool? Or?
Oh fuck no. You haven't played left back.
Happy with your results.
He's played left back once. That's all you need to know. Actually, everyone was raving how good Ashley Cole was against Man City as well. So there you fucking go.
Everyone was raving. Not one person mentioned it to me.
That depends who you talk to.
I talked to that back enthusiast.
I was talking to his mum. She was very happy. Anyway, yes. So we have some. Chris, how do you think we're going to line up
against
Southampton?
Oh, Reina. If Wisdom's back, Wisdom.
This is not mine.
Wisdom apparently should be back. He should be back on Wednesday.
So Reina, Wisdom, Skertalaga, Johnson, Allen, and then I think he's actually going to play Gerrard and Shelvey, both a little bit further forward than Allen.
Okay.
Sterling, Enrique, and Suarez.
Okay, I can get behind that. It seems really. Aubrey, any contentious issues in there for
No,
you?
Wisdom will be back, so the back four will be that. I think Lucas will start.
Very interesting. He played 60 minutes against Middlesbrough under 21.
Rumours are he's meant to play the bench. Everyone watching this will know whether he actually came off the bench against Tottenham.
I wonder whether it's a bit too soon. I think that's the game you would look to have him come off the bench.
Yeah.
Southampton potentially.
But then I think it'll be Lucas, Allen, Gerrard as a free, Sterling, Enrique, Suarez up front. Possibly Suso getting the game.
I think that's a definite possibility. Of course, this is going to be entirely influenced by how we play and who does or who does not get injured or have an absolute stinker or a worldie against Spurs. Exactly.
Banned.
Yeah. What we were saying earlier, we were going to basically pre-prepare for this by going. It was a real shame that Gerrard broke his leg against Spurs. The excellent performance that ended up 1-0. Alas, really can't be fun to do that.
Well, actually, because I really think that because scored against
it was an excellent goal.
He is going to start against Southampton. So.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to do that in the future. It's just far too much work. Anyway, score predictions, Aubrey.
Southampton at home, obviously again with all of the provisos of we have fuck all idea what happened to Tottenham. I'm gonna go for 3-0 to us.
He's copied me again.
Has he copied you or has he just picked?
Count down.
I'm going to say 3-0 to us.
Yeah. Excellent. 1-0 to Liverpool.
Like shit, if I'm being more optimistic than you, that shows you how far off.
But I think is that you've sort of stuck me between the devil and the deep sea. So I'm not going 4-0. Not going 4-0 because I think that's a little bit too much. So no, I'll go for, as I said, a very conservative 1-0. Hopefully very conservative because who knows. Please do let us know your score predictions and of course how you think Liverpool are going to line up, whether you agree or disagree with what Chris has said. Obviously you'll know far more about how Liverpool's squad is going to be fitness wise and availability wise for the game, so please feel free to pass it off and hail abuse at us in YouTube comments as people seem to do, you know, not taking into mind these provisos, as Aubrey says, that we're putting into place. Yes, we're going to go on now on the subscribe show to talk about Edinson Cavani's agent, who's apparently said he's linked with Liverpool. What's on the subscribe show? It's a free trial we're offering for a whole month on the redmentv.com.
Oh, that because we don't know how to get rid of it.
Because it's fucking yeah, so take advantage of it while you can. At some point it'll go away.
It's like the new DFS sale. This special offer of a 1 month free.
Yeah, and then the new special offer starts the next month. Yes, do watch it on there. So if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to bid farewell to you now. If you're watching on the subscribe show, you're still here.